Alright, so we're going to quickly compare a 1650 Super and a 2060. Both are made by EVGA. The 1650 Super is a GTX card, and the 2060 is an RTX card, which means it has ray tracing. It's up for debate whether ray tracing is a huge plus, but we will find out right here the difference between the two. So this is just for Blender. From what I hear, the 1650 does fine with most games, but I am upgrading to the 2060 and I have both cards in, so let's run this test. Starting out, if you don't know, go ahead to edit and click on preferences and you can see what cards you have plugged in. Here's my 1650 Super and my 2060. We're going to start the test with the 1650. Render. Just so you know, I have persistent data turned off, which is important when you're benchmarking like this because basically it will store the information from your first sample, and it will, if it can reuse that information, it'll use it on your second sample. So yeah, right now I'm using slot 1 and I don't want that data to be saved. I'll speed this up. Alright, this took about 54 seconds. So let's switch this over to slot 2 and try the same thing with the 2060. It rendered the scene in 22 seconds, which is over half or under half the time that it took for the 2060 Super. So in my opinion, save your money. Get the 2060. But that being said, I'm not a professional, so whatever you decide to do, that's for you. But I'm just showing you what my opinion is on if I were to do this again. I would have just saved my money and grabbed the 2060, but just for kicks, I'm going to roll over to slot 3 right here, and I'm going to try rendering with both because that's what I'm running right now. So you can actually turn on both your cards, and you can even turn on your CPU if you would like to do that, but I've actually run renders and tests, and I've found that it really doesn't speed my rendering up. But when I was rendering with the 1650, when I kept the CPU on, it did render faster. But with both cards, it didn't make any difference. So it is a considerable difference from 22 seconds with the 2060. Using both cards, it was only 17 seconds, so that's why I'm choosing to keep it. I might upgrade to two 2060s, but for now, this is what I'm running with, and here are my results.